for now.
Guys, yeah, you don't have to have a weight if you want to have a small weight. Just have a weight from the side.
Have a nice weekend, Jane. It's great. It's wonderful. Yeah.
There was ice hockey or something going on up there. Oh, did you? Yeah, did
Come on. So I like this. I've had a couple of requests for tonight. I've had one request for a hard stretching session and one for a back stretching and straightening. So what we'll do the hard stuff first, and then we'll finish it off with the sort of back stuff, and that should work out well. So these are all exercises you normally do, but basically, what builds up the strength better is by using a small weight. So if the weight gets too much for you, or some of the exercises you don't feel comfortable with, just put the weight down. But basically, for a lot of the exercises, they're going to be a minute long. It'll be a 30-second sort of flossing, going through a range of motion, and then 30 seconds hold. Or if it's a two-sided exercise, it'll be 30 seconds one side and 30 seconds the other side. Okay, so just to let you know what the warm-up will be. So the first one is your plie squat. When you do your plie squat, keep your shoulders back. What you don't want to do is do this and let the plane touch the floor. You want to go down. Doesn't matter if the weight touches the floor, and back up. And then at the end of the 30 seconds, you just hold in a low position. Okay, so start the timer, and we'll go for it. Going down and up, and again, just feeling full range of motion. And 3, 2, 1, and just hold at your bottom and just feel the legs start to shake, move, wobble. Ten seconds to go. Okay, and relax. So now we're going to do 30 seconds on one side, 30 seconds on the other. So the exercise is I step out and bring the weight across, and then I bring it back. If you want to make it more difficult, you can step out and lift your leg up, which will make it more difficult. But again, up to you. Okay. So you're stepping out to the side, dropping the weight, and try and control that knee up. But you don't have to lift the knee up if you don't want. That's just a little core stabilizing exercise that can help. And 3, 2, 1, change sides and go the other way, go. Go at your own pace. Okay, and rest. Now, depending on how flexible you are, it's how close your legs are together and how you hold it. You can't bend forward very far, you can hold it like this. If you can bend forward quite a lot, you can hold the weight up here. So you just got to fold forward and then use your hamstrings and back to come back up. Okay? And again, we're going to hold at the bottom for 30 seconds. So going down, let your lower back and hamstrings engage as you come back up. So this is a nice one for lengthening and strengthening the lower back. But again, if there's too much on your lower back, just put a little bend in your legs. Again, just slowly building up that muscle. And then you just hang out at the bottom here. You can sort of rock your weight side to side if you like, if that's good for you, otherwise stay still. Okay, and rest. So what we're going to do now is your squat, your yoga squat. And again, the way I'm going to hold my kettlebell is like this and then up. Okay, so we're going to do the yoga squat. So going down as low as you can and then coming up. And again, if the weight isn't working for you, hang out at the bottom. Now, if you can, start to use your elbows to push out so the weight comes up, comes down. If you don't have the arm strength to do that, that's fine. We're just pushing the knees out and in. Five, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now this one is a hamstring exercise that needs a bit of balance. So again, this is your body, but basically you're going to tip forward and come up. Okay? And it's probably best to have the weight in your standing leg because that will balance better. Switch sides. And rest. This last one we're going to do now is one people might not do with the weight. Basically, working your quadriceps. So again, with or without the weight, you're going to hold it here. You're going to go back and then lift up. But if you don't want to hold on to the weight, that's totally fine. Okay, going back. And just go back slightly wherever you can. Just hold it. Put it on your chest. Let go of the weight. Just holding back. Feeling those quadriceps again. Try and let your back round. Five, 4, 3, 2, 1. Excellent. Put the weight down. Okay. So, when it comes to yoga now, the way you make the yoga harder is you put a lot of sun salutations in and a lot of vinyasas. Okay. So we're going to go through a basic yoga, but it's going to be still the sun salutations and vinyasas. If the sun salutations and vinyasas are tricky for you, just leave them out. Does that make sense? Okay. So breathe in, breathe out, hold. Breathe in, breathe out, breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in, up dog, breathe out, down dog. Okay, lift the right leg up and bend the knee. Open up your hip, 5 circles, one direction. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Change direction. Straighten the leg again. Take it all the way through your front hand. Drop the back heel. Come up into warrior 1. Come back down, optional vinyasa. And lift the left leg. Bend the left leg. Open up the hip. And circles. Change direction. Straighten the leg. Take it over through the warrior 1. Lift up. 3. Come down. Optional vinyasa. Just chill out here for 2 breaths. Keep breathing back. Slowly walk the feet to the hands. Breathe in, lengthen, breathe out, fold. Come up, breathe in, breathe out. And again, breathe in, breathe out. Step or jump back, optional vinyasa. Lift the right leg. You're going to bring the right knee in, the right elbow. Come back. Knee to the left elbow. Come back. Knee to the chest. Come back. Leg all the way through to warrior 1. Open up to warrior 2. Extend the side angle. Back to warrior two. Reverse warrior. And windmill arms back down. Opposite vinyasa. The left leg. Okay, meet the left elbow. And back. Meet the right elbow. Hold your breath. Keep the chest. And back. Keep the leg all the way up to the left hand, warrior one. Warrior two. Then side angle. Warrior two. Reverse one. Warrior two. Remove hands. Flipping out. Just chill out here for 3 breaths. Bring the breathing back to normal. Slowly walk the feet back to the hand. Breathe in, lift. Breathe out, fold. Breathe in, come up. Breathe out. Breathe in, breathe in. Fold. Breathe in, lift. Breathe out, jump back to chaturanga. Right. Okay, right leg up. Bring the knee to the chest, and now round the chest to lift the knee as high up as possible. As you breathe in, tap the knee to the floor. As you breathe out, lift the knee high. And again, tap, and lift. And again, tap, and lift. And step the leg up, warrior one. Warrior two. Now you can either take a extend side angle to the knee, or you can take it to the block or the floor. Back to warrior two. Reverse warrior. Now, not all of you have been in these every class, so just explain this to you. I heard this great term called rainbow warrior. It's basically you go down to a Cossack lunge. So watch me first. A transition to a Cossack lunge. Okay, so go for it. This apparently is called rainbow warrior. New term to me. I like it. Okay, then back to warrior two. Back to reverse warrior. Straighten the front leg. Upright yourself. And tip out into triangle pose. To the block, leg, or floor. Look up at your hand if you can. And take the top hand to the hip. Bend the front knee. Walk the back leg in. Use your block to come up into half moon pose. Feel free to stay here or bend your top leg and reach for your ankle. Extend your leg out and smooth as you can, drop back into warrior two. Windmill the hands down. Lift the left leg up. Bring the knee to the chest. And then round the back, lift the knee as high as possible. Tap the knee to the floor as you breathe in. As you breathe out, round. And again, tap. And round. One more time, tap. And round. And then step the leg up to the hand. Drop the back heel. And lift the warrior one. Warrior two. And extend the side angle. You can take it to the floor or the block if you wish. So, come back to warrior two. Put the palm with this warrior. Come down to rainbow warrior. If you don't like the rainbow warrior, you can stay with this warrior, so fine. Back to warrior two. Reverse warrior. Straighten the leg. And come up. Hip forward and triangle pose. And then put the hand on the hip, bend the front knee, get the hand forward on the block or pad, and come up for half moon pose. Raise the arm if it feels available. And if you wish, bend the top leg, reach for the ankle. And straighten the leg. As soon as you can, come back into the warrior two. Okay, then bring your hands down. Last thing you ask there, Thomas. And down dog. Bring your breath back. Now, if it feels easy to walk your feet up to your hands, jump through, but do not make a sound. Okay, jump through. Bend the knees. The chair pose, hands forward, hands up, and then stand. So that sequence could go on for a lot longer, but I think 10 minutes is enough. But you can see how it can keep building, get harder and harder. So now we're going to go into the lighter part. This is a partner stretch to stretch out other things. But one of the things I like about the lengthening the back is that the helping partner is a lot of lower back stretching. So what I want to do is grab a partner and find a space. Hopefully we've got equal numbers. Everyone got someone? Go. If you want. There you go. MS isn't it? Okay. Risha, our partner is demonstrated, okay? That's okay. All right, so come down to the floor. So basically, throughout this sequence, if you go to butterfly stretch, basically, the lower back will get lengthened up. So I put my feet on here. How much weight you put onto the legs is up to you and your partner. But I grab onto the wrists. That's the important bit. As Richard breathes in, he goes back. And I pull forward, and I'm actually getting a lower back stretch. As I pull him forward, as well as his hips being stretched out, his lower back's being stretched as well. So you're just going to do 10 times back and forth, breathing in and out, and then switch with your partner. And I'm going to demonstrate the way you can do it without the partner. Okay? So just 10. And change with your partner, okay? Go for it. Yeah. Oh, no worries. No problem. Andrew, be my partner. I'll go very gently. Just stretching your hips, not from your shoulders and your back.
Yeah, keeping my hips still down.
That's good. You want to get more on your hips. You want to use your back.
Yeah, it's fine.
You can put all your weight on this.
There's a lot of weight there, mind.
Again, the gentle and smooth. Four. Okay. So Richard, if you come over here now. So the next one now, you're gonna, your one partner is gonna have their legs out straight, and I'm gonna have my legs, in a wall here. Now, if you're super flexible like a Mev, you're gonna be feet in double pigeon. Okay, all right. But again, I wouldn't recommend this for everyone. Okay, but again, this position here, as Richard goes back now, I'm getting a super good lower back stretch here, and then he's coming forward. He won't be able to stretch as, oh, he's getting quite far forward now. Look at that. Okay, so again, listen to your partner, talk to your partner, let them know what's comfortable for you. But the idea is, after the 10, you should be further than when you were on 1. Okay, give that a go. Go back first. So one leg over your knee. Okay. Yeah. You did gymnastics as a kid, didn't you?
No.
You didn't? Okay, last one. Okay, so this one kind of goes a little bit quicker because both your legs are out wide. Okay, so you basically just double up on it. Okay, and again, the idea is I'm going back, he's going forward, he's going forward, he's going back. That's it. You just bend your arms more. come forward more. Okay, and now flex really well. Okay, here we go. One. Two. Okay. So just a quick story about here. A lot of my students have heard it before, but just in case you haven't, all learning goes into 4 stages. The first is the cruelest one. It's subconscious incompetence, which means you don't know that you can't do it or you're not able to do that thing. And then quickly get to stage 2 almost immediately, where you've got conscious incompetence, where you're like, I suddenly realize I can't do this thing that I didn't know about. And then eventually you get into conscious competence, and eventually you're in a position where you're unconscious competence. But this is one of these things where the hip flexor is so weak in your body, you don't even realize how it is. So I don't mean this exercise to be cruel, especially because I got a lot of martial artists here who go like, how do I kick higher? How do I kick faster? It's because you've got a weak hip flexor. Okay, so this is going to work your hip flexor. You're welcome to use a wall for balance, but I'll show you the exercise now. So this is going to come up, and again, your partner can be on their knees. Okay, can be really low. Okay, no, you're fine. You can hold it with your hand. So hold out your hand like that. Okay. Now with my thumb, I'm gonna not my thumb. What's your toe thumb called? Toe thumb. So go to knee. It's big toe, right? Okay. So big toe, toe thumb. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. And you just go back and forth like that for 30 seconds. It's horrible. It's really hard. But once you can do it for a whole minute, you've got a really strong hip flexor there. Okay. So again, I'm not saying that everyone will be able to do this. You probably be able to do like maybe 1 or 2. But again, I'm only putting the timer on there for 30 seconds. Okay. So feel free to use a wall. Feel free to have your partner down on their knees. Okay. All right. Jerry won't be that high. Jerry, make your hand lower. He's not going to do that high. Okay. All right. Okay. Ready? Go for it. Ten seconds left. Okay, switch partner. Okay, ready, go for it. I think straight leg is better. Yeah, straight leg is the key. That's going to work your hip flexor more. But try not to bounce it. Try not to use momentum. You're concentrating the muscle. 10 seconds left. Doing well. This is really good. Great balance. Now, most important thing, remember which leg you did, because you're going to do the other leg now. Ready, and go for it, other side. Five seconds left. Okay, and rest. Change person, change leg. And begin. Ten seconds left. Okay, rest. Now, all of you now will need a walk, okay, pretty much. And all of you will probably be on your knees. What I'm just going to do is hold the hands up here. Just imagine I got my hand on this wall here. Again, for those of you who don't do martial arts, it doesn't really matter, but the hooking kick motion is the main motion you want. So you want to keep your legs straight and hook under. As you go between the hands, it's okay, round. As you go over your hook. And you try not to use momentum. So you're trying to keep that, the slower you do the exercise, the better. Okay? It's not nice at all. Okay? All right, so find a space on the wall and go for it. Much over a second. Okay, all right. Over the wall. Okay, go a little bit over from him. Okay, right, stay completely side on. Okay, ready and go for it. And you definitely need a wall, trust me. It's taking me years to do it off the wall. And switch person, switch partner. Okay. And then ready. Go for it. So hook under the bottom. No, so hook under the bottom. Left. Advance to the middle and hook over the top. And try and keep that leg as straight as possible. 10 seconds left. 2 more. Okay, and switch. Okay, get ready. And go for it. I can't do it. First one goes the way. Good. 10 seconds left. Okay, and switch. Okay, back to switch. Okay, and begin. And then, 3, 2, 1, and rest. Okay, guys, that's the hard work over. We're going to lie down now and do some stuff with the back, okay? So, what I'm going to do here is I'm going to my block and my pad, or my pad either side of me, okay? So, we're going to start off knees together, arms on the T, lift the knees, and let them drop onto one side so they rest on whatever your object is. You can get your knees all the way to the floor without your shoulder coming off the floor, excellent. But I want you to take all the weight out of the exercise. Okay, so lift your knees and rocking over to one side. And you want to turn your head the other way, fantastic. And lift and change. And lift and change. Lift and change. And one more time. Change. Okay, from here now, if you watch, I lift my hips, cross one leg over the other. So for example, if my right leg's over my left leg, scoot your right hips to one side and then drop over to one side. Again, you go onto the block or the floor, whatever's good for you. Lift that and change the cross, so lift the hips up, put the left leg over and across it, scoot the hips to the left side and drop. Come back to the middle, and now we're going to take a little mad stretch here. I'll try and talk through it. So basically, the basic of it is just your knee comes over to the side, like so. But you can add some things in to turn it into this pretzel stretch. So let me explain. The top leg straightens, the bottom leg bends. And so for example, work this out now. If my left leg is at the bottom, I grab with my right hand. And if my right leg is on top, I grab with my left hand. This is called the pretzel stretch. Come up and switch. Stay with just the knee taking over to one side. You want to just make the stretch a little mental. Good. Straighten the leg. So you come back in the middle. Take your feet wider than hips distance, and let your knees fall in together. You can take your hands out in the T, or you can take them out in this cactus position. And slowly twist, drop the knees to one side and then the other. Then just find stillness on one side. Look over your shoulder and intensify the stretch. You can take your bottom heel over your top knee. A bit of that tension. Come up, switch side. Take the knee over the other way. Twist. And we'll just finish with Shavasana. You can do legs out, arms out, or you can do feet together and cactus pose. It's totally up to you. But just breathe though. and just appreciate how your body feels after the intense training you've just done. Good suggestion for your breathing is to breathe in for a count of 4 or 5. Hold in your diaphragm and stomach for 4 or 5 seconds, and then slowly let out for another 4 or 5 seconds. And you can decrease or increase this time. It's just a good way of controlling your breathing back down. Feel relaxed, just breathe naturally. And then very slowly start to bend the knees. Very slowly put on your right side. Slowly roll up. It's good. I want to carry on lining. You should have asked for another 15 minutes. There's another 15 minutes before the next class. You're welcome to do something. All right, no worries at all. Okay, thanks, guys. Appreciate that. If you just put the kettlebells back and equipment you got, just put it back. That'd be great.